Okay.
He greets you all very warmly, and he speaks very, very intelligent common. And he takes great pains to not talk down to any of you. He tells you that you can, that the people here have the pleasure of calling him Student 9, whatever the draconian word for Student 9 is. And that he hopes in turn to learn about each of you. He offers his sincere gratitude that you've agreed to accompany him to the Obsidian Spire. He knows that you are adventurers of great renown, and he knows that he's in good hands, that he'll be able to conduct his research safely and hopefully expediently, so that he does not put out too much of your time.
May we inquire as to what you're going to research so that we may assist?
He says that when you arrive at your destination, he will do his best to describe the research that he's doing. However, admittedly, it may go over your head. It may be beyond your grasp, simply because you haven't had the years of education and investigation that he has. But he will do what he can to impart what he's doing to you once you arrive.
Right. Can you fight? Wield the weapon?
He cannot, and he does not.
That's so smart to me.
That's Did you tell him that?
He doesn't directly tell him that. He definitely mutters it under his breath.
So you ask if he has a weapon, and he shows you. He holds out his hands, and looking at his hands, he's holding them palm up. He has 6 digits on each hand, and he doesn't so much have an opposable thumb, but they're splayed out enough that he could grasp and do anything with his digits that needs to be done. All 6 digits on each of his hands are the same size for that hand, but each hand looks like it was made for a different purpose. Like one could reach out and grip a watermelon. One is thinner and more slender that looks like it could be used to do more delicate work, like to fix a clock. Or like when you pop a key out of your keyboard and the little spring falls between the keys and you're like, where are my tiny little tweezers? That's what... So he has 4 differently constructed hands.
Adrex holds up his hand and clenches it into a fist.
He says, so you see, we are all gifted in different ways.
Birdie looks up at Raazu, takes a big step away out of her reach, and then says, and looks at Subject 9 and says, I have to ask. Because I really like gears and stuff. Can I examine you?
He says that he will forgive the young master's trespass, but amongst his own people, that question could be construed as being rude.
Birdie, don't be rude.
That is why I stepped away from Raazu.
So can you do this? Can you clench your hand into a fist? Because I can at least work with that.
He can, but he definitely has full range of motion on his hands. He can pick things up. He can manipulate objects.
He must be a master at rock, paper, scissors.
So is our work with the spire alchemical or magical in nature? I might be able to be of some aid of the first.
He says that he'll know more once you arrive.
Okay, when are we leaving?
At the student's pleasure, it looks like.
He leads you through the tunnels of the caves, and it gets blessedly cooler in the direction that you're going. However, it also means you're leaving the areas of the thermal vents, Windy, so you will have to rely on your cloak to see. He takes you to a place in the caves, and he shows you a smooth wall of stone. And he tells you that it's mortar work. That it was placed here by a kingdom that existed in these mountains eons and eons ago. Perhaps dwarves. And he shows you a place where some of this mortar and plaster has been chipped away. And he grabs part of it with one of his hands and he pulls a big chunk of it off. And you can see the smooth black wall of obsidian behind it. He tells you they were trying to keep it contained. They were trying to seal it here.
Does this guy, is he speaking common?
He's speaking common.
Does he have any sort of discernible accent?
He does not.
Any,
No.
any part of the north I think he'd be from the way he speaks?
He speaks very calm and in a very kind of detached manner. Like, think Data from Star Trek.
Okay.
He tells you he's going to walk around the perimeter of the spire as far as he himself has gone. And at first you think you're just tracking along this solid wall to your left-hand side, but you realize you are walking along a long curvature, that this spire must be huge in diameter. And he takes you to a part where the mortared wall ends, and you just see a chunk, like big chunks of stone taken out, leaving an opening into the spire itself. And he says, and here we see evidence of the dwarves having mined the spire. To what end, I could not say. But there's a path leading into the spire and then disappearing downwards down this spirally staircase. What are our light sources right now?
Raazu can light a torch.
Okay.
Adrex will light his dagger or his claymore.
Okay.
His delay more.
And before he starts going into the spire, Red will ask, would you like one of the quieter members of our group to scout ahead for danger? That's usually how we go in areas that might be dangerous.
He says he will defer to your judgment. So far, he has not gone further than this for fear of what creatures may lie inside. So here's the deal. Student 9 has a stat block. No, you can't see it. Why would you ask? You will get information when Student 9 is bloodied, but other than that, that's kind of all you can get from him. If he is killed during the course of the adventure, and you don't have a good reason for why he died, if you don't come up with evidence that he's planning treachery against the Red Dragon, you risk angering the Red Dragon.
Will he answer the question of, like, do things like alchemical substances work on him for healing and such? Would he answer that question if we asked him?
You'd have to
Like,
ask him. You have to say,
I do ask him.
Okay.
Like just so we know what we're dealing with in case a bad situation arises.
And yes, he answers in the affirmative. If he is cut, if he is wounded, his body self-repairs, much like yours does, over a period of time, but tending the wound with traditional medicine will be effective.
So that includes Raazu's poultices, right?
Raazu's poultices and Adrex's medicine check will be effective here. If it comes to that. Just don't let him take any damage.
Yes,
Well,
that's going to 100% happen.
In my expert opinion, why doesn't everyone wait here, and I'll get a good look about maybe 100 feet through?
Okay, Red, go ahead and make a stealth check.
A million.
That's 21.
Okay, I've had a menu on screen for like 10 minutes now. 21?
Yeah, go for the chicken wings. They're always good.
You head down this spirally staircase in the spire.
Mm-hmm.
And you're relying on dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay.
60 feet.
You get to a point where you can hear the sounds of splashing. It sounds like water moving beneath you. It's very echoey because how deep you are underground. But you realize that the stair you're on suddenly opens beneath you into like a cavity. And getting down and examining it, maybe 20 or 30 feet below this point, you can see this pool of water.
Mm-hmm.
Not only can you see movement in the pool, but there is a light source down there. There's like an orange glow tracing back and forth as though something's swimming through the water.
And is this entire chamber made of obsidian? Am I going, or does it change after you get through the initial skin?
You'd have to go down into there to find out. Right now you're standing inside of the obsidian spire. So you
Okay.
have walls to your left, and then the stairs born into the rock that you're walking on, but it just opens up into this cavity beneath you.
And how far down is that?
Maybe 20 or 30 feet.
Okay. We'll go back to the group. Quick drop off into a lake or small pool. Hard to tell from that distance. There's some light down there. Probably 20 feet. I'd say we spike a pit and avoid it touching the water if we can.
Very good.
Some movement, so probably the noise from the python will alert anything that we're all along the way.
What are you
Otherwise,
gonna-
might have tried to go further.
What are you going to hammer this python into?
The floor?
I mean, it's made of this obsidian spire there, which is too hard for anything but your arrowhead to damage.
Is there anything we can loop
Well, then let's
around
just
and-
use a longer rope and leave it outside the spire.
Okay, so hammer it outside and...
Because you said it's only about 20 feet through the passage, right?
It's 20 feet from the bottom of the passage that you went to the
Okay.
top of the water. If you have 100 feet of rope, you'll be able to spike it out in the... Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I've got 100 feet of silk rope on me.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, Red will hammer Python, go down to the edge, and not drop the rope down. He will just be hanging over it, and then getting a better view, trying to find a way to get across this, like by using the rope in the ceiling or whatever he can do to not go through the water.
If you can lower yourself down, you've got a lot of space where you can kind of dangle and get a sense of your bearings.
Yep.
So that would put Red... I didn't have anything else on this table. There's nothing on this table.
Not a thing. Not a
Nothing
blessed thing,
at all.
Burko.
Nope.
Oh, what have I done?
You're slacking there, buddy.
Why are we in church?
I don't know. I don't know what... This was very, very late at night that I was setting all this up.
Yeah,
okay.
that's.
I think I can
Yeah,
This one
salvage
with the
this.
one guy. This is the one with the one guy.
3 o'clock in the morning, Burke was like, Jesus, take the wheel.
No, there's two guys. There's a guy sitting
Oh,
behind
there's a second guy, yeah.
So I have...
over by where the confessional is.
That one guy, though, really looks like he fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
he
right?
really done goofed.
He's just like, oh god, how did I... Why am I at church?
Actually, I don't think these will help.
They have nothing in them.
They have nothing in them.
Whoa!
That's a dude who just rolled a 1.
This one has something in it.
This one has
This one has number bars.
initiative counters. This one has
Okay.
initiative counters in it.
We have
And it tagged as life.
dice in any of these?
They
What the
give
hell
me
did I-
life.
Okay. Okay. We're going to figure this out. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys.
Alright, Dungeons and Dragons. Come
Yeah.
on, guys.
So I have...
We've done both of those sessions.
This just says big black cock. I'm scared to try to click on this.
Click
Wait,
it.
what?
Click it.
Oh,
These
There's a big
markers
black-
are
Look at this.
transparent.
what have we done? Okay.
It is a big black cock. I'm very happy.
Okay, so it's
Gag.
been...
Jokes, guys.
Obviously, I set this table up wrong. Clearly something has gone awry. But this might
Yes.
actually work in our favor because the only other figurines I have saved and have access to are the old Salute the Flumph ones. So,
Oh.
yeah, here you go. You guys can do whatever you need with these.
Can I,
I'm gonna play as this.
the big black cock?
Yeah, fine. No, whatever you're going to do. So we have to play with Smash Brothers figurines today. And now we need
Oh.
dice.
I'll be anime sword guy, but I'll shrink
I would
him.
no, that's gonna confuse me because I was Khalil back then, so you're Sheik. Because Nick was Sheik.
Is this all the dice we need here? We have...
I would probably shrink yourself down so where you fit inside a block because remember we had some problems getting
Are these 5 or
figures
10
to-
foot squares?
These are 5.
I think I'm alright then.
We're going to fix the dice now.
Oh, Wendy's a shit.
Oh god!
I mean,
Oh god!
Thank you.
yeah, there you go.
It's fixed now.
It's all fixed.
This is a very small table or very large dice.
Listen,
very large
listen.
space.
Can we get
So
Julie-
Red is hanging
Yeah.
here. He is maybe 5 feet down on the rope, and he, aside from getting a better look at things, he's also looking for a way to traverse this area horizontally without getting into the water.
Okay.
So if he can like
Looking
climb along
around.
the ceiling with supporting himself on the rope or what?
The walls here are definitely not made of the same black obsidian material as the spire you descended through. You've got this little beach up here, and then about kind of almost like 10 feet in every direction here. So I mean, you could swing and land over there. You wouldn't be able to do so silently. You might be able to, with extremely good climbing skill, climb along the ceiling. I'm not sure if Red has that ability or not. There's space down here for Windy to fly, because there's about 20 feet between the ceiling and then the surface.
Okay. Then I'll climb back up. All right, Windy, I'll describe the room. Fly down there, tie the rope along that rock pillar on the far left as soon as you go down.
Makes sense to
And
me.
we'll hand over hand our way across the rope.
Which pillar do you mean?
Makes sense.
Is this not a
That's-
pillar
yeah.
of rock?
It is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, so
I've named everyone.
that makes sense to me. I'll fly down, wrap it around.
Windy, are you doing this? Make a stealth check.
Alright.
I've named everyone. Except
That's
for one.
a 24.
24. Okay. So you swoop down, loop this rope around, and tie it off, and now you have length of rope from this position, about 20 feet in the air, that you can shimmy down over to this spire.
Yep, and Red will slide down the rope and climb across.
Okay. I'm gonna need everybody to make an athletics check. Who's going to do this?
Samuel. Jesus.
How many brewing supplies are you carrying, Adrex? Because you're going in the water.
We
0.
got a 16 on that.
Okay.
0. I got a 28.
Okay. Go ahead and
Raazu got an 8.
place yourself on the southern shore where you're looking to land. Adrex, are you still bringing? Are you and Raazu still bringing light sources?
Yeah.
So Birdie rolled a 7.
Okay.
Like, where do I land at in the water?
I'm gonna go ahead and give you student 9 here.
That's him.
So he's still up top though, because Birdie. Go ahead and place yourself in the water, Birdie. Right there.
Yeah.
Jade Birdie.
I didn't name that. It was against my will.
Mr. Redenwatch, you're all fired. You're all fired. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Somebody changed the chicken's name to KFW.
You guys are just gonna have to.
No.
Well, we do have an initiative bar. Oh, somebody already put it in place.
Yep.
Nice.
We need to duplicate some tokens or something for us to.
What the f... Okay, fine. Waste initiative on that.
I mean, you just need your
Yeah, I
tokens
know, right?
duplicated. There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
This is some ghetto D&D today, man.
yeah, or no joke.
You gotta fix this.
Fix
Oh man,
what?
I can't even see mine if I'm directly over.
What? Why is,
Okay.
why is the initiative counter called life?
Nope, that didn't help.
Because it gives us life.
Oh, I'm now Adrex Iceblood. Okay.
Oh, you changed to Adrex Iceblood? Nice.
I didn't know.
Oh.
Everyone is naming me. I was just gonna be Adrex Man, but that's way better.
Birdie,
'Cause-
you lose your grip on the rope and splash down into the water. And good news, and then bad news, and then maybe worse news. The good news is it's water and not like roiling acid. Your skin does not slough off of your bones.
That's good news.
Bad news
That's good
is
news.
it is very, very hot.
That's bad. Okay.
The maybe worse news is that all of the streaks of light you see in the water start converging on your position.
Okay.
So
It's a kraken.
Kraken. Kraken.
Birdie, you're up first.
All right. Cunning action dash.
Do you have a swim speed?
No.
Then all of the water squares count as difficult terrain.
Okay. All right. So that's 10, and then I'm gonna climb up the sides. How tall is the walls?
There's not a wall. There's a shoreline.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know what I did with my... I thought I duplicated these, but I guess not. I'll just duplicate them again.
How graceful you were, Birdie.
Birdie flips off Raazu and immediately pulls out his bow and going to hold an action to shoot whatever shiny thing pops its head out.
Okay.
No questions asked, just shoot it. That's not subject 9 or whatever, student 9.
There's one streak of light here and one converging from this direction.
Whichever
said
one.
So the rope starts about 20 feet above the shore or the water pool.
Yes, so the rope descends from this X to about the middle of this pillar at about chest height, or Whitney tied it off.
Okay.
And Birdie, you're holding an action to shoot what?
Whatever pops out of the water. The first thing that pops out of the water.
Okay, Adrex, you're up.
You were the first thing to pop out of the water.
I'll go over here. Is that right? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. Adrex will go over here, get a little bit closer,
These are 5-foot squares, don't forget.
and hurl javelin.
How the fuck did we ever play with these little stupid things? My god.
I have no idea.
We made it work.
It's
somehow.
the reason why when we decided to get new ones, we were like, the most important thing is that they're flat.
Yes.
Just leave them
Yeah.
flat.
He will hurl a javelin at this one once it pops its head out of the water.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Is it popped its head out of the water?
Oh, no. Okay. You're readying an action? See
Yeah.
if it comes out of the water?
Spreading in action.
All right.
I got me some javelins to hurl.
This one pops out of the water first.
Okay.
So that
let's
triggers-
Roll a javelin.
That's not your turn.
You know.
That triggers Birdie's held action.
Oh, is it within 5 feet of Adrex?
Oh, yeah. No, it's
Oh, okay,
it's
then
it's,
I get
it's going to
advantage.
attack Adrex.
All right, so that is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Oh,
Cool.
24, but yeah, okay.
Cool.
All right, cool. 1, 2, 3,
24 doesn't hit.
5, 6.
What are you attacking with?
My short bow with
Okay.
the magical,
God.
the magical bowstring,
Okay.
which I forget. I think I got another thieves 5. Okay. Oh, these dice. Okay. So that is 26 piercing magical.
Okay. And what comes out of the water, Adrex, is it looks like just some kind of liquid, some kind of goo that's giving off this vibrant orange glow. And as it breaks the plane of the water, it solidifies into this draconic looking snake. The head of it comes up to attack you, and you see 2 slashing tails appear out of the water behind it. That also triggers your held action.
Okay, this thing sucks.
No reaction when I shot it? That's not good.
I mean, you damaged it. You put your arrow through it, but
That is a 18.
18 will hit.
18 will hit. 4. Dun, 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 dun.
You're not going to use your longsword?
No, I ready
He
to
ready to
javelin.
javelin.
Oh.
So 9 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
All right. Adrex.
That's me. That's a lot of dice.
It was 2 dice.
Okay.
And I don't even need
Still
I don't even need the second one. 23 to hit.
Yeah, it just hits.
That just hits.
Just hits.
Once you resolve this action, I will be using Sentinel for this.
Adrex,
Yeah.
14 points of bludgeoning damage from the thing's tail. 10 points of fire damage as this thing lashes its tail around you and it scorches. You are grappled and restrained, so its bite automatically hits.
Well, this sucks.
For 11 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and an additional 12 points of fire damage.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
Calm down.
You're going to use your reaction to Sentinel? Okay.
Yep. Boop. Oh, that is a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some Paladin stank on this as well. Raazu takes out the javelin that she's been carrying around, or not the javelin, the trident. Swings with that.
You pull out the trident. This trident, usually, made out of blue ice. It now looks like it's made out of just inert metal. It has none of the beauty or majesty or cold that it did.
That's a bummer. That's 5 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be 5 damage. Actually, no, wait. I'm sorry. I said I was gonna Paladin stank. So thunder damage is 12 thunder damage.
Okay. And the thing is bloodied. And so Raazu's used her reaction.
Yep.
Birdie's used his reaction. And the thing drags Adrex underwater.
It has 0 feet of movement when I hit it with Sentinel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
It pulls Adrex into the water.
He's wet.
Raazu,
Hey.
how you doing?
You know.
I have a 20 to hit you.
That'll hit.
With the tail, 11 points of bludgeoning damage,
Sure.
6 points of fire damage,
Yeah.
and you are grappled.
Sure.
The bite automatically hits because you're grappled. 12 points of piercing damage, plus 8 points of fire.
Killing you instantly.
Can you not?
Can I not? Well, it can still
Can you
move two.
not?
It can still move 2 squares, and it's gonna.
Can you not?
And now you
Please?
are underwater
Please?
in the lake. Things are going very well for me. Red, you're up. You have full vision of these things because they're giving off this glow when they go beneath the water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Raazu,
Yeah.
because you attacked it with a
What?
melee weapon. 10 more points of fire damage from its heated body.
What? No, that's not fair. Come on, Brick Road.
What's not fair?
You don't let me go back after the fact. Oh, by the way, I'm just...
Let's move to here and take out my short bow. Would there be a penalty to shooting at this one through the water, or
No.
the glow is enough?
No, there's no penalty.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make.
To
an
be clear,
attack roll
McDohl, you
here.
mark down that 10 damage, or I'm going to come to your house.
That's a 26 on armor class.
26 will hit.
Would you? We'll make checks mix.
Gross.
Don't like Chex Mix?
Got him.
Hate it.
For 24 damage.
You're shooting the
That's a
one
lie.
that's got Raazu?
I'm shooting the one that grabbed Raazu and dove under the water.
Okay. 20
Well-
that's a lot of damage. Okay.
As a bonus action, I will give. Jeez. There's Wendy? I'll give Wendy advantage on her next attack against this one.
This is like I just want you all to know I don't like this. This is distressing me. Like,
You know why I didn't go into the water when we first came down here?
No, I'm talking about the tokens. The tokens are distressing me.
Oh. Okay. Never mind.
This
That
is
has
how we
nothing-
did things back in the old days, there,
This
dude.
is nothing. The tokens have nothing to do with why I didn't go in the water.
It's going to bring us to Raazu. You are grappled and restrained. Your escape DC is 14.
Yes, please. Is that athletics to break, or just strength? Straight strength.
Either strength, athletics, or dexterity. Strength, athletics, or dexterity, acrobatics.
You said 14.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, then. It's gonna get an OA as I try to bounce out.
You can't move away from it. Your speed is 0.
Oh.
You can break the grapple, but then you still don't have any speed to move away from it.
All right. Let's see. Do I have a bonus action I can do? I don't think I have any kind of bonus actions, honestly.
Okay, so you just break free of the thing's grip.
Yep. Break free, tread water, kind of.
Yeah, you take your opportunity as soon as Red puts an arrow in this thing. It's reeling from the attack. However, you see points of additional light throughout the walls submerged in this pool.
It's just like 4E.
This is bullshit. I don't like where I'm at right now.
I thought you loved the water now. Isn't that your whole thing?
This isn't the ocean.
It's like the ocean.
Speak water at them. Let's try and.
Okay. And
That's a
Raazu,
low
as you're
quality.
breaking free of this thing's grip, you notice close to you in the holes much smaller versions of the same monster. Whereas these are large creatures, these are much, much smaller. Emerge from the walls.
Well, considering that just one ate half of my hit points, I'm not too happy right now.
These are just a baby.
This one can't physically get. Oh yeah, I can get right here. Raazu, you're no longer restrained, so they don't get advantage on you.
Okay, well, they got a high AC to hit, but knowing Brickard, he's going to roll 20, 23, 29, 28. Oh, there's a crit.
Man, like, I knew you'd be salty because you've been playing Smash Brothers all week. I didn't realize I was dealing with some, like, epic level McDohl salt. This is
Well,
like
the
some
problem
old
is
school
that, like,
salt.
you gave him these Smash Brothers figures.
I know, I just opened the
Yeah.
wound.
You did. Yeah,
Didn't you do
you're
it?
right.
You
Rasu,
just did a whole podcast about how much you hate Smash Bros.
I have a 5 to hit.
Not going to do it.
I have a 4 to hit.
Not going to do it.
I have a 11 to hit.
Nope.
I have an 8 to hit.
Keep shooting for the stars.
I have a 14 to hit.
Not quite.
Not quite. You still want to keep bitching and moaning?
Nah, I'm fine.
Adrex, I do get to roll with advantage because you are still restrained.
Yeah.
That's a
Adrex,
bummer. I'm sorry.
I have a 19 to hit,
Yeah.
and I have another 19 to hit.
Yeah.
As these things try to get close to you and get you with their little fangs. So from the first bite, 4 points of piercing damage,
All right.
plus 2 points of fire. And the second one on you, 6 points of piercing damage, and 4 points of fire. So, Wendy, you couldn't see what happened, but you heard it sounded suspiciously like a bunch of weird fire snakes grabbed your friends and are taking them down to the bottom of the pool to eat them.
Yeah, I've heard something similar to that before.
The sad
Not
thing
just
is,
like that.
the sad thing is that's entirely true because a similar thing happened in the Underdark.
Okay. So is this one entirely underwater then?
Yes,
Yeah, but you have advantage against it
that's correct. Yes.
for one attack.
I don't. Even with advantage, I don't think. Because I'm gonna have disadvantage because I can't see it because it's underwater.
That's correct.
Yeah.
This one is only partially underwater because it didn't have any movement to dive.
Which one's more damaged?
This one's actually bloodied.
Yeah, sorry, Destil. I think I'm gonna ditch your thing.
Oh.
And
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Raazu.
Yeah.
shouldn't have gotten dragged underwater.
Again.
Doesn't she know I'm blind?
That's cold.
Stop
That's
blaming
cold.
the victim,
Actually,
Nodal.
it's really hot. from my understanding.
Very,
I'm
very
gonna
hot.
I'm gonna blow out my cloak so I can actually see worth a damn,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take a couple sharpshooter shots.
Okay.
Wow. That's a 18 and a 20
Both of those will hit.
for. See, I'll free Adrex, and then he'll rescue Raazu, and everyone's happy.
Yeah, it's a great plan.
It's a good plan.
What hit points?
It's a great plan. Everyone
that one-
agreed.
That 1 hit point you have left is enough. It's fine.
40 piercing magical.
Okay, and that first shot, Adrex, you feel the thing go slack as it no longer has a grip on you.
Oh wait, so it had less than 20 hit points?
Oh, you only did 20 hit points.
Well, I shot twice.
Okay, so your second shot kills it.
Okay, great. Because otherwise I was going to totally shoot something else.
Yeah.
All right, and I used my bonus. I used my main. I don't think I have anything I can do other than maybe try to divert some of the blows.
Okay. So you're going to wade
I'll-
out into the water?
I'll move in. Yeah.
Okay, and it is, like I said, it's hotter than the hottest comfortable bath you've ever had.
Yeah.
That's going to bring us to... I'm sorry, I don't know who these characters are at a glance.
I'm Sheik.
Okay, wait, what, Wendy, what are you doing way down here?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Okay. Yeah,
Actually,
Birdie.
someone moved me up because I should be here.
Birdie, you're up.
Gonna shoot this guy.
Okay.
And Raazu's not incapacitated, so I get advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is a crit. That is
Okay.
a double crit.
It's
Okay.
a double crit, thus killing it instantly. See, Raazu, we're gonna rescue you. You're fine.
I would be flabbergasted if this is not enough damage to kill this monster.
I don't have enough dice on this thing, so I'm
You're-
just gonna roll these twice.
I can duplicate them as many times as you want.
That would
We
make
need
me
10d6.
Just no, just duplicate this stack of dice right here.
How many times?
Oh no!
No,
This is
what are you doing?
You did this.
Oh, I'm so
This is
happy.
you. This is you.
There you go. Is that enough dice? Did I do it right?
Oh, I'm so upset right now. Okay.
I will fix the dungeon for next session, I promise.
Five.
He definitely can't give us shit for anything anymore after this.
Yeah, exactly. This is he cannot dunk on us for.
I mean,
making
I
this
have to
entertaining.
admit, I'm impressed it's taken however for him to actually screw up the dungeon like this.
This is the first time I've done
Yeah,
that
exactly.
in 3 years. Come on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, so this is 48 magic piercing.
48.
Pierce.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's bloodied, but not quite dead, as the thing shudders violently and thrashes about. Are we moving or
Right,
staying
you're gonna
put?
have to run in there and stab it.
Throw a dagger at it. Oh no, you used a bow.
Yeah. I don't have anything else I can do,
Just
so I'm just
staying
going
put?
to.
It's going to bring us back to Adrex. Adrex, you're underwater, but
Mm-hmm.
not by much. Like, if you put your foot down and stood up, your head would be above water. You'd just be wading in like Windy is.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna hurl another javelin at
Okay.
this bad boy here. Do I? Is that a thing I want to do?
Save
Can I-
Raazu?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can I
it's
hit it?
fair.
Can I hit it with my whip? Is that 10 feet or
yeah,
is that
that's
a
10
little
feet.
too much?
You know what, though? It's underwater a fair bit, so it's probably
Yeah.
15 feet away from you, from where you are. You'd have to dive after it if you want to try to strike it with your whip underwater.
Nah. Javelin.
Okay.
First attack. That is a 22.
That'll hit. Can you do less than 3 damage?
No.
Then it's dead.
Don't roll, because you'll somehow roll less than 3.
And the javelin finds its mark. And Raazu, you feel the thing shudder and shake violently and moves no more.
Alright.
Fool. You changed the answer by observing it.
I am going to scroll down. Bonus action. Let's rally Raazu.
Okay.
For Raazu.
Do it, Raazu.
That is 6 temp HP.
Thank you, Adrex.
What are our light sources at the moment?
Raazu's is doused.
Okay.
Adrex has a flaming dagger.
He doesn't anymore because
Yeah.
he was submerged for a moment.
Underwater.
It's a magic flame.
So right now you still do have light, but it's fading very quickly as the glow from these large snakes dims, having just been killed. By this time next round, it'll be dark in here.
Take a step back.
Okay, well that's going to
I
provoke.
don't know if that provokes some AOs.
It does.
Okay.
Flame on.
How does a 6 do?
No.
How does an 8 do?
No.
Okay.
Okay. And actually, because I rallied Raazu, that spends my bonus action, so I actually can't ignore the Claymore.
You cannot.
So, but
Bummer.
I'm above water,
Yep.
and that's much more preferential place to be.
It's going to bring us to red.
I mean,
Let's go ahead and shoot. Let's say this one.
Okay. That's within
Get outta here.
5 feet of Raazu.
Yep.
Yep.
That'll hit an armor class of 23.
That's good.
That D4 got to get out of here like it was a cat.
Ooh, big numbers.
For 28 damage.
28, and it immediately is snuffed out.
Bonus action, let's give Raazu advantage on our next attack against this one. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
It's an advantage on which one?
The one next to the pillar.
South.
So Raazu, it's
Okay.
your turn now.
I'm actually going to disengage because being here is probably not going to be being surrounded by all these snakes is probably not the best thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sentinel.
Snakes of Sentinel. So can I
Serpentinel.
move? Can I move through this square?
Yeah, because remember, you could swim. Well, it's close to shore. Yeah, you could get through there. That's fine.
can I
Well, here's
launch
the
a
thing, though, is I only have 20 feet of movement
Okay. Well,
because
this is good.
because
It's
we're
going to count as
moving-
difficult terrain, but it was already difficult terrain.
because we had because since we're now switching to the variant on encumbrance, Raazu is very encumbered and will not be not encumbered.
doesn't the armor like you're wearing not count?
Yeah, that's right.
If you're proficient.
Yeah, it
I am
doesn't.
proficient of it. Then why is the shit saying that it?
I don't know. I was having that problem
Encumbered.
too.
Remember when
I
Riot became
did
a
it manually.
priest of Ostrom and I gave her a swim speed?
Yeah, you love Nick better than me. I understand, but yeah, that gets Raazu out onto the shore there.
Okay, you clamber up onto the shore and pull yourself to your feet.
Yeah.
And all of the snakes are going to disengage and head back for their little hidey holes. So-
Reaction. That one's getting hit
Okay.
just out of spite.
You just slaughtered mommy and daddy, so they're not going to
Yeah. That's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh wait, I
Is he going to burn a spell class?
No, I'm not gonna do that. That is 8 points of piercing damage from the trident.
Okay. Sorry, I have
Also-
to math. Okay.
While you're mathing, I would like to lodge a formal complaint against Nodal for saying making that Sentinel joke earlier.
Red, this one's going to be leaving your threat range to try to swim away from you.
That's fine.
Leave it go.
Yeah, I don't have a melee weapon out anyway.
And Adrex and Windy, this one's going to be leaving your threat range.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah, Raazu, you attacked with a melee weapon. So that's 7 points of fire damage.
Rude.
Rude. And you guys let this one swim away.
No. No.
No?
No.
No.
No. No.
Okay, what are you doing to it?
I'm going to smash it
Mm-hmm.
With. Oh wait, no, it's still dark. No, I'm letting it go.
Okay. There it goes.
That makes me sad.
Bye.
Since it couldn't move, it will use its action to frantically and desperately try to bite Raazu. Probably not with a 14, though.
Not gonna do it.
It snaps at you with its heated jaws, but it finds no purchase nor mercy, as it is now
Nope.
Wendy's turn. Wendy in a pear tree? No.
Yeah.
No, go to jail.
I'm gonna sharpshooter it.
Okay.
Blah. Yeah, that's a 13 and a 22.
22 will hit.
For all my D10s have been moved in favor of these stupid D6s.
Oh, you need more D6s? I can make that happen for you.
Yeah.
No.
Like maybe like double.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
That's 17 magical piercing.
17, and it is killed. And the cavern falls silent after a few moments, and very dark.
Oh, Adrex has reignited his claymore.
And as you do, you see Student 9 peering his head down. And he asks, "Is the danger past?"
Birdie hollers at him, "Don't fall in the water."
For the moment.
And he definitely using his forearms and legs clambers
Show
Do you
off.
down
think-
to the shoreline.
Do you think they're pre-cooked?
Like, do you want to grab some to eat later? That sounds tasty.
I'll give it a shot.
When you reach
Rolf.
down, these things do have like a pliable kind of plasticky quality as you try to grip it, and you realize that underwater there's nothing holding their solid form now that they're dead. They're cooling very quickly. It's like grabbing through jello.
That's weird.
What's up with roll?
And over time they
Oh.
dissolve into the pool.
Sorry, Wendy.
Well, before they do, I'm gonna scoop some up into a potion bottle.
Okay. Go ahead and put that on your character sheet. Oh yeah, Rolf's here. Here's Rolf. He doesn't fall in the water either, because it's the end of the session and we don't need any more distractions.
Bottle of eel jelly.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good job, Rolf.
All right, well, let's go get that javelin back.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and tally up some experience for you guys for this week. Next week we will tackle the remainder of the Obsidian Spire. We actually ended right where we wanted to. I was wondering if I was going to get through any Obsidian Spire stuff, or if we had spent too long on the NPCs. Can you ever spend too long on the NPCs?
I like your NPCs, Burger. Like most of your NPCs, they're pretty
Don't
dope.
butter me up. You still took the fire damage.
I feel like we spent too long with NPCs once or twice in Sigil, but that was mostly our.
I take no responsibility for that.
Again, I say those
Lois
your
Westerhoff was
NPCs are very
awesome.
dope.
Whatever.
Yeah, Lois Westerhoff was good.
I would never want to deal with us either. So
It was it was such a delight to go and re-experience that again. Gotta say.
Straw poll is not working, so I'm going to have to use strawpoll.me like a schnook.
ew.
Comic Sans.
Comic Sans, are you serious? No, you should boycott that.
Comic Sans is the best font.
No, it isn't.
You would think that.
Alright, here in Twitch chat, here is your straw poll, guys. Go ahead and vote for who gets an extra blip. You guys think of what rewards you want to give out. I'm going to go dark while I do some math. I'll be right back.
Who's creative today?
Who's the blue bitch?
Nobody's creative? Because Raazu desecrated that guy's corpse in a very creative way.
This isn't Dungeons and Dragons and Arts and Crafts.
Why not?
No, that's a lie. It totally is. That's a running joke with Michael.
Eddie, did anyone else?
I mean, I put a rope across a thing so we wouldn't have to fight the thing.
And who
Didn't work.
pooched it? And who pooched it?
Yeah.
The person that I'm still nervous from the dragon. Okay.
No, I'm good for that, Red.
You peed a little bit in the water.
I pee a little bit on everything.
Who furthered the party's goals today?
Philly was actually Birdie.
I feel like you guys always are so reluctant to give me that one, just because.
No.
It's like you don't go out of your way to talk to people, but sometimes people talk to you.
I hate that. I hate
Sometimes you get talked at.
It's so good.
And the fact of the matter is if you told this guy to fuck off, he would eat you.
And you're not like setting traps, so like you're growing and learning. It makes sense to give you blips.
Live life, learn.
All right, so who's a badass today?
Adrex for trying to overcome his fear.
I think that's more of an intangible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let's see, badass. I don't know.
All
Like,
right.
We're not done yet. Go away.
That's a second.
We're not done yet. Raazu, take 10 more fire damage. Because your teammate... Here, Nodal needed more dice, he said. Yeah,
Thanks, buddy.
there you go. Wow.
ah!
Wow. See if I can just crash tabletop.
Why? What's wrong with you?
So, who wants to...
Nobody can do that.
Who would like to make a case for their blips this week?
It's like Christmas.
It's like Christmas. The dice are falling like snow. That's adorable.
Nobody wants to make a case for their blips this week?
We're not done like deciding, but I'll make a case.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so my the whole deal with the dragon, my like I didn't betray my dragon patron. Okay, that noise. Like, hold on, I can't think with the noise.
There's a reason why I flipped the table so it would stop doing that.
Okay, I'll reflip the table then.
Okay.
You guys have been playing with the dice and distracting me with dice for 3 years, and the one day that I want to do it...
This is a Christmas miracle.
It's true, it really
Birdie,
is.
please continue. I'm sorry.
Like, okay, so I didn't get eaten by a dragon, and for choice, like, set aside choice things for them. I didn't betray the dragon when given the option by another dragon in front of me.
Okay. So what are we arguing here?
Like, that I didn't, like, still working for that dragon. So like, when I didn't go... Yeah, what's that? That's not the ideal, that's...
Bond?
The aspect, I think.
The aspect? Okay.
The ideal accumulation of magical knowledge is something that makes me most useful to my tribe. I used my accumulation of magical knowledge to not get us not eaten by a dragon, and to help further our party's goals because he was mad at us.
Okay.
And
was he mad at you, or was he just playing with his meal? Like,
same thing to Birdie.
Okay. That checks out.
And focus on the little things. I really wanted to. And I'm gonna try and get a chance to do this later, but I want to try and. I asked if I could examine subject 9. I keep calling. That's a Hearthstone card, in case you're wondering.
Okay, it's actually student 9.
I know, and I'm gonna make that mistake repeatedly. I want you to know that. But student 9, and if we get a chance, I'm probably going to look up his skirt. And that's all I got. I didn't set any traps.
Okay, so Birdie's going to found creepshots.com. That's his new aspiration in life.
Thanks, Birdie.
I mean, it's a robot, though. Like, it's creek shots at worst.
So just so you know, I decided which
Nodal.
number he was by rolling a D10 plus 1. Because I figured he couldn't be student 1, right?
Why not?
Well, because student 1 would be a much more important character than this guy. Like, if you're the number 1 student, who else wants to go?
If these guys are robots, wouldn't that be students?
Student Nan.
Adrex will go because Adrex doesn't have a hole.
Okay, Adrex.
The signature style energetic is specifically for combat, right?
He says when it comes to combat, nothing less than 110%.
Percent will do. Okay. And I'm assuming when dealing with the dragon, Adrex was definitely not in combat because there was no like initiative.
No, definitely
Even
not
though
in
he was
combat.
afraid.
That was not a fight. You
Because
would have known
I-
if it was a fight.
It felt like a fight to Adrex, but that's kind of the angle I'm going. But Flaws, that sounds like a great idea. Adrex could not wait to go hunting with the half red dragon when it was almost certain that it was going to lead to his doom. Even though nothing of the sort. But that's all I got.
Okay, who else?
Oh, and Adrex.livejournal.com.
Oh, yes, correct.
Also, yeah, videos.
Okay.
It's great because I can say my thing and then you say yours.
You help each other remember.
Did I?
Say my thing.
Did you hear me when I said videos? Because like, I think I had my microphone muted.
Yeah, we'll
No,
see.
you didn't.
Okay.
You did.
Now
Who's
you're
next?
just self-aggrandizing.
All right, so alignment for red is neutral good. Survival requires the greatest good for the greatest number. Working together with the followers of the red dragon to try and keep some degree of stability in this area.
Okay.
Ideal cold hard logic for, well, fear is an emotion, so I'm probably not driven by fear in this conversation. And bond, I will keep peace and prosperity among those in our lands, even if it means doing some things that my companions or I may find distasteful for the willingness to off this guy out in the middle of nowhere and then potentially lie about it. We'll see where that goes.
We'll see where it goes. Okay. Who else?
I'll go.
Windy.
I've got learning new things is never wasted for my efforts during the conversation to try to figure out what Fireboy wanted. The red scale boy.
Okay.
Monastic tradition and redirection for telling the dragon that it would have been worthless to hold on to the favor without using it, because then what's the point?
Okay.
And good is working for the benefit of something other than yourself, for when Windy saw that, Birdie was genuinely terrified, going over to back him up.
Just for the record.
Yeah.
You weren't going to get out of there faster than that red dragon could breathe fire.
Yeah, but I've got evasion.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of dice. And then where are you going to go? Right into all of his half-dragon veterans and...
I could be faster than them.
Maybe we'll see next week. Maybe we'll put your philosophy to the test. Raazu, do you want any blips?
Sure. Good and evil are subjective distinctions. What matters is keeping to your own ethics for doing horrible things to the corpse of that hobgoblin.
Yeah, that was pretty horrible.
But the way Raazu sees it is that Maglubiet left her behind a long time ago. So this is her sending a message not just to anybody who might be pursuing her or her party.
So question.
But
Maglubiet's beef was that you denied him a commander on his field of battle. Now you've denied him two. Do you think that endears you to him even more?
You know what? He's welcome to bring it up with me.
Your next performance review.
So,
Good news, he's
our
dead.
next campaign, we're going back to a setting where Osprey is actually a kind of important god, and we're just going to be like, yeah, she's been at war with Maglubiet for eons. Nobody knows why. They got beat.
Well, let's be fair here, Brick. We're going back to the setting, the only one.
Brick Road. This is.
I mean, let's be honest again. How important was Osprey really?
pretty important by the time Adric got done.
Who else? What else you got? Raazu.
That's all I got. I'm sorry.
Okay. Give one blip for the most creative solution to a problem this session.
We gave that to Raazu for a creative desecrations.
Okay.
I thought we gave that to someone else.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We give 1 blip for furthering the party's goals the most.
We
That's
gave it
Birdie
to
for-
Birdie for being our dragon whisperer.
Okay. Give 1 blip for being the badass.
We gave that to Red for telling a dragon that he has actually being incapable of feeling fear.
And 1 blip for the intangibles.
And we gave that to Adrex for singing a song that gets on everyone's nerves.
Didn't get on my nerves. It kind of touched my heart, though. I learned to love again. And Wendy earned our straw poll this week.
But he gave love a bad name.
So, 800 experience points apiece for the horrible fire snakes.
At some point, we'll fight something that's not horrible.
No, you're wrong.
I could throw the Froghemoth at you again. You're right, though. This dungeon needs more mimics. I'm going to have to do some revisions.
I
Raazu.
will say, I think this is our first campaign so far where no one's been swallowed.
Oh, I got lots of revisions to make. Blips are currently worth 700. Did somebody make it to level 10?
Wendy's level 10.
No, 10. You're right. I am 10.
Yeah, we have a 10.
So blips are worth 700. Raazu has 2 blips this week. Wendy has 1, 2, 3, 4. Adrex has 3. Birdie has 1, 2, 3. I can't count. 5. And Red has 4 blips this week.
So close.
Yeah, are you getting there?
I'm getting there.
Getting there.
Close.
I'm proud of you.
He's close.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, proud of you, man.
I almost left the campaign. That would have been terrible.
Okay, we can go ahead and bring the
Everyone
dice sounds back now.
Ugh.
Beautiful. You know what?
Ugh.
We need even more dice.
If you just back up a little bit, it's not so bad.
Yeah, that's fine. That's nice. There's more dice for you guys.
What was the Phillips worth right now?
Blips are worth 700.
700.
Okay.
All right, we'll see everybody next Sunday.
Later.
You're a monster.
Good.